Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the vlog today. We are hanging out at the apartment. Kiddo actually just left to go to the store with his therapist. He is working on some community skills out in the public setting, denied access to things at the checkout line, not wondering, things like that. Social skills. If y'all saw my last vlog, you will have seen that he said hi to some random stranger at the mall. That's not the point. The point is that he said hi. I was so blown away. Like, that's a whole new level of social skills that I've never seen from him. And I swear, like, the next couple of days after that, he was just going at it like, hi. Everyone we would see in public, at the store, wherever. We went to his doctor's for just like a well check, and every one of the office ladies and like MAs, he was like, hi. I was so proud of him. I can't, his progress is just like mind blowing the last year, how much across the board progress he's made cognitively, language and development, behaviorally. I also had a psych appointment this morning with his psychiatrist on Zoom, and just reporting to her, all the progress that he's made. And we see her about every 3 months over Zoom just to like update and check in and see if he needs any med adjustments, things like that. And I had nothing to report to her, like nothing bad, nothing that needed attention. I was like, no, like he's literally doing amazing. Like everything is perfect the way it is. So I can't believe it. I'm literally just like so impressed by him and how well he's doing. Okay, so I made it about 3 miles, which is like a 5K, which isn't too bad. I probably could have gone a little bit longer, but I am running short on time, and I figured I will just probably do 3 more whenever I go over to my parents' house later on this evening. I have to work tomorrow, so they're gonna babysit, and that'll give me another opportunity to get a run in, because I've really got to cram if I'm gonna get my endurance up to a 15K, but it is what it is. The thing with running is you really have to hydrate the day before, because if you don't, you can tell a huge difference, and you can go so much longer just by simply being hydrated. I swear, like if I drink sodas and tea and a bunch of crap the day before and I don't drink that much water, I will literally have like a third of the endurance that I normally would. One thing that is so cool, I'm so excited for, is I actually really love drinking water. Like, it's not a problem for me. I would prefer to drink water over anything else. Kiddo, on the other hand, will never drink water. Like, I cannot even bribe him to drink water. It's just, he won't do it. Sometimes if I put the little flavor drops in, he kind of will, but it's still not enough, not what his body needs. So I reached out to this company called Circle. I'm gonna open up the box in just a minute and look through the different products. But Kiddo's therapist, Megan, who you guys have seen in a few of the videos, saw this on TikTok, I think, and she ordered one. She let Kiddo try some of her water, and he loved it. Like, he drank, the whole thing. Like, he pretty much stole it from her. So I reached out to the company and just told them how much, Kiddo loves their products and how easily he will drink their water, their flavored water. And so they graciously sent me and Kiddo a couple of bottles with some filters in it. And I'm so excited to try it out, because as you guys know, diet has kind of been one of the main focuses in therapy, like getting him to try different foods and different like fruits and vegetables, and he's doing really well with expanding his palate. But, water is also kind of something that bothers me, because I just can't get him can't get him to drink any water. Like I just feel like he's just not, you know, hydrated enough. And there's like so many health benefits to drinking water, you know? So I was super excited when he took to this circle drink, and now he has his own bottle. So it's like so sweet of them to send Kaidale a free bottle. But I'm going to open it and see what all flavors they have. So this is so sweet. They sent one for me and one for Kaidale, like a smaller size for him. Okay, since I know he likes the tea, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that one for him. So I think that's so cool. I'm so excited for him to start drinking more water and just to like incorporate it into like our daily routine, you know, because I think that once you do something enough, it becomes a habit. And I think that's part of the problem with him and not drinking water is he would just prefer like soda or tea or something like that. And I know that's terrible, but you know, it is accessible for him, and he has a long history of it because like we spend a lot of time at my grandparent or at his parents' house. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. We spend a lot of time at my parents' house, and they drink soda, and you know, just like being out and about and like going out to eat or whatever. So we've definitely developed some unhealthy habits, and I'm so excited to start developing some healthy habits. So I'm gonna wash these cups out real quick and pick out which flavor I want. I can't wait, I'm so excited. Okay, buddy. Hey, feet on floor. Sit up. I know, baby. I know. It's okay. We'll go to Grandma's house. That'll make everything better. Over to Grandma's house. That's her favorite. That's better. That's my happy boy. That's my sweet boy. No. We're almost there, buddy. Alright, little bump. Hold your horses. Bump, bump. Oi. One more bump. Listen, Kaidale, you're doing awesome. I'm proud of you. We're gonna go home and take our medicine, and it's gonna be all better.
Tonight's dinner, it's gonna be great. This last second bake sale,
doing good, buddy.
It's gonna be great. And these meatballs for your future in-laws, it's gonna be good. Oh boy. It's okay. You got this.
That's right. You got this.
And talking with their mouths full.
You got this, buddy. You're doing great. We'll be home in just a few minutes. Be home, okay? Really rough day at gymnastics. Like, not historically, we've had a lot rougher of days, but I was just bragging this morning about how Kaidale is doing so good. I had an update with his psychiatrist. I had nothing to report to her. I mean, for months and months and months, he's had no behaviors. He's been like cool, calm, and collected, happy-go-lucky, just, you know, steady uphill trajectory for him. He's just been doing amazing. He had a little bit of a rough day at gymnastics. Like, he kept wanting to go slap his instructor, like not like hard, but just kind of like lightly, like hitting her a little bit. I don't know. At first I thought maybe he's trying to like roughhouse with her, like maybe he's trying to play with her. So, you know, I gave her some pointers and offered to go out there and help out and like be an extra set of hands, but she's like so sweet and she like really wanted to work through it with him. So they got through it, and then it just seemed like he kind of was starting to spiral. Like, it started at gymnastics and then it kind of carried over into the car and like our drive home, and we had to sit in traffic for a little while, and he just was getting amped up. And I'm like, this is not how Kaidale is. This is old Kaidale. What's going on? So come to find out, he has not had his meds for the past 2 days, and it was just like a miscommunication between me and his therapist, because we've had a little bit of a oddball routine the last couple days, and it just kind of like slipped both of our minds, you know? So when I realized that, I was like, oh, are you kidding me? And I'm so mad at myself, because Kaidale can't take his own meds. He can't be held responsible for when he gets his meds. That's my job. That's my fault. You know, I should have been on top of it and making sure, like, even though his morning routine was different, that, you know, we still got his meds in him, and I just totally forgot. It totally slipped my mind. So I'm just like really mad at myself. But it just goes to show, you know, how much he does depend on his meds for his emotional regularity. You know, he's on Prozac, which is a SSRI. So it boosts him and Big Eye playing. So it boosts his serotonin levels. So he started Prozac about 1.5 years ago, and we've been kind of increasing the dose slowly over time just to get it to that sweet spot. Well, we found the sweet spot, and he's been maintaining it so beautifully. I mean, he is just, he's Kaidale. He's my boy. He's my sweet, happy, playful Kaidale. And then you take the meds away for a couple days, and it's like, it comes back with a vengeance, and it's so frustrating, because like, that's the autism part of Kaidale that he can't control. And that's been one of the biggest messages that I've, you know, tried to get across throughout this vlogging experience is, you know, y'all see sometimes y'all have seen, you know, a little bit more of like a difficult side of Kaidale, and I tried to really get the point across that that's not Kaidale, that's his autism, or his, you know, anxiety, or his, you know, his need to control, his control issues that come along with his autism. And, you know, it's so frustrating as an autism parent. And I know a lot of people probably feel the same way, because I, you know, have gotten so many comments throughout this vlogging experience of, you know, he needs more discipline, and he needs this, and he needs that. And it's like, you can't discipline the anxiety out of somebody. You can't discipline the autism out of somebody. You know, you can't discipline the, you know, emotional extremes out of somebody and just expect it to get better. And if there's one thing that I wish I would have done, is I wish I would have started meds sooner for Kaidale, because we went through years of just brutal ups and downs with his emotions and his behaviors, and, you know, so many just things that got destroyed in his crossfire. And, you know, he'd leave marks on himself, he'd leave marks on me, and, you know, I felt like I wanted meds to be a last resort, and I really tried. I exhausted all my resources. You know, he was in ABA 40 hours a week. He was, you know, doing all kinds of different therapies and play therapies, and, you know, horseback riding therapies, and everything I could think to do. But then it came down to it, and it was like, he's getting big, it's getting worse, he's suffering. I could tell by his reaction that like he hated going through this. So it was like an easy, you know, once I kind of realized that, it was easy to just put him on meds. It was an easy decision, you know, like, let's try it. Why not? If it will help and it will help his quality of life, let's try it. And when we did, it was just such a good positive result for us. I'm not saying it will be for, you know, every kid on the spectrum, but for us it was. And, you know, we had to try a couple different meds till we found the one that worked best for him. And like I just said, you know, we also had to play with the doses until we found that sweet spot, and we have, and he's doing so good. So all that being said, I'm just so mad at myself for not remembering to give him his meds the past 2 days. I feel like I had this huge mom win with, you know, getting him to drink water, and I was like all on cloud 9. He drank a whole bottle of water before gymnastics, and then it was like, yep, that was a mom fail. So anyways, we rushed home from gymnastics. I gave him his dose that he missed this morning, and you know, hopefully we can get his levels back to where they were without too much more of a delay. But you know, I guess that's life, lesson learned, and I'm not going to be too hard on myself, but I'm going to be hard on myself for a little bit so that I don't forget how this feels and I don't ever let it happen again. And then I'll get over and I'll have some forgiveness of myself. But yeah, it was a rough drive home. You know, I saw the old Kaidale. I started getting flashbacks of, you know, commuting to his school in the morning when we lived 45 minutes away, and it was a battle the whole way, and he was kicking, and we had to have a harness for him because he'd come out of his seat and try to pull my hair, and it was like it was like he had no control over his like he had no coping mechanisms is how it felt back then. Like he would get these intense emotions and he couldn't cope with them, so he'd just lash out, and 9 times out of 10 I was the one there for him to lash out to, and also I was his comfort zone. So you know, those are rough days, and I'm so proud of the progress he's made, and I'm not going to let this little bump in the road stop us or slow us down, but just a lesson learned. Anyways, we're going to carry on with our day, and we're going to maybe go for a bike ride, go out to dinner. Thanks for watching, and love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.